choose easy subjects.
No,
Really.
you don't.
No.
Isn't there a thing for the fusion? And I want to say it's in Europe, maybe it's in Switzerland, that it's like a big tube under the ground that goes in a circle, and they try to make things go real fast, and that's how they try to.
Well, yeah,
I atoms think, or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about that. I only know. So they've got these machines that they built, which are only sort of trial size, which build up the energy from the sun. And we do have a place here in Oxford, which is not far from where I live, really. And I've asked if I can go around there and see it. But it's a massive machine that tries to do it. And there's scientists from all over the world trying to see who can get there first.
So where do you get your inspiration for all your characters? I mean, I know you said in your one book is kind of a little bit based off of you, but like, how do you come up with the inspiration for your characters? Do you look at historical people? Do you just try to mold people together? Or is it just stuff off the top of your head?
Do you know, I wish I could answer you. I don't plan my writing at all. I know some people, they get these cards and they write notes and they plan each chapter out. I literally just sit down and write, and whatever comes to me. I don't know if that's good or bad, because I then realize as I go later on, I have to move chapters around and things. But the characters sort of evolve themselves. All of a sudden I find a character that I really like. I think, oh, I must use him. I've got an ex-policeman in book 3 called Briggs Snaith. I mean, what an amazing name.
Right.
And he's left the police force. He's now working as a private investigator. Well, I mean, there's somewhere to go on that just for the name alone, isn't there?
Yep.
I mean, I just love his character. So he will evolve. I'll go back to the Cydney series at some stage, because I don't think that's finished yet. And in fact, I did have a treatment written up to make it into a series, a TV series or Netflix series. So I'm going to be working on that as well. You just never know. If you throw enough at a wall, it will stick.
Well, where do you come up with the character names, though? Because I've heard that, like, when Shakespeare wrote his stuff, he went to a cemetery and he would see the names on a cemetery of headstone, and that's the names he would come up with. Do you do kind of the same, or? No,
I just come up with names. I mean, there's, some names I'll think of friends that I was at school with. And I thought, but the people aren't like them necessarily. I can't answer you. I mean, my sidekick to Cydney is a guy called Sean. So
good name. It's a good name.
Very good name. Yeah. But he's Irish. So, originally from the old country in Southern Ireland. So, so I've used a bit of him for that. I just think it just evolves. I can't even give you an answer to that. I don't think, I need some new names for my characters. No, it just happens. So Cydney, I was just saying Cydney, it can be a male or female, and she's quite a strong character. So I wanted that again. I don't know, but if it ever comes to TV, it's going to be called Granger, the series on Netflix. So you just never know.
So most of your characters, your main characters, seem to be like a strong female character then.
I know. Who'd have thought? You write what you know. Isn't it easier to write about someone that I know so well myself?
Yeah, it
and
is.
In fact, I just recalled, actually, I started writing because, when our father died, we didn't know much about him at all. And I did some research. But of course, my sister and 2 younger brothers couldn't remember much. And I decided to write a memoir, all the different stories about him. And I started writing, and it wasn't coming to so many words. And then I said to my husband, you know, this would be great to turn it around into a novel, to use some of the experiences and put them into a story, but where I would also have some literary license to let the characters go where they want. And they do evolve in the book. How Cydney started off at the beginning, you know, grieving her father, grieving the fact her mum had Alzheimer's and all these things. She comes out of it at the end. And I was able to use my experience of the feelings I had as it went on. You know, and I was such a young girl when he passed away. I remember a lot about him, but not everything. And I think also, you know, it was important that my younger brother was only a year old when our dad died. Unfortunately, this particular brother passed away 4 years ago, lost him very suddenly. But, you know, he didn't know anything about our dad and his story, or any little things. What was he like? What did he like doing? So I think you know, everybody goes through grief in their lives. Everybody has losses, but that makes you a stronger person. And if you can use that strength to demonstrate to readers of your novels, put it into a form that they can understand and it can help them, then I'm doing the right thing, I think.
Do you think that some of your characters also have a little bit of maybe your dad in them and your mom in them and
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
your siblings, your children?
Absolutely. Well, I think that, I mean, that Cydney has twin children of 14. Well, I mean, her daughter Lauren is probably based on my own daughter, because I know what she was like at 14. You know, very, oh, come on, Mum, let's do this together. And, you know, can we go here? Can we go there? Will you allow me to do this? You know what children are like.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have
two
two.
girls yourself. Yeah,
Yep.
Exactly. So, and thankfully, my daughter and I are very close. We've always had that real close friendship, this absolute love, and which not everybody has, but, you know, we have. And yeah, I've used things that I know, you know, circumstances that I've been in. And the other thing about Cydney is that she has this wonderful gift. That, think John Grisham meets Sixth Sense. She has this sixth sense.